Roll call.
Hector Trevino,
Present.
Mario Guajardo,
Here.
Isaac Smith,
Here.
Alma Caso,
Here.
Bobby Carrillo, Ben Cantu,
Here.
Rudy Beltran, Eran Figueroa,
Here.
Erica Sharafa.
I'll make a motion to excuse the absent members.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, number two, administrative, letter A, approval of minutes for August 17, 2022, regular called meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Got a motion?
Second that.
Got a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item carries. Letter B, status report on the fall and upcoming spring recreation, athletics, aquatics, after-school programs, and urban ecology.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
It's been a while, but I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I pinky promise. Clicker's right here. So my name is Hannah Marble. I am the urban ecologist with the City of Pharr Parks and Recreation Department, and I did quite a few things last fall, and I have a few things up and coming, but we're going to kind of keep it to my main big project that I did in the fall and some stuff that's going to happen throughout the month of January. Future projects and big events are definitely in the works, but we'll keep you guys updated on those as they arise. So to start, I mentioned way back in August that we got a grant from the National Wildlife Federation to restore some habitat here in the city of Pharr. And this is native habitat, meaning that these plants that these kids put in the ground naturally grow here. So they're going to attract the really cool things that they like to watch when they're outside, like butterflies, sometimes bees if they're a brave kid, lizards, even some snakes, which I pinky promise we don't have a lot of venomous ones. They're actually pretty good for our native habitat. So this photo is from the first planting day, and it was a wild planting day because this was at the Pharr Vanguard Nature Park. And I worked with Alan Williams from PSGA, and as you know, he's definitely a go-getter and very enthusiastic, and got a little too excited about this project. And I asked for 30 to 40 kids, and every kid from the pre-KK, first and second grade from Kelly Pharr showed up that day. So it was roughly 200 kids. About 90 of the kids actually got their hands on plants and got to put them in the ground because it was a little bit beyond our capacity, clearly. But the other half got to go on a little nature walk with Alan Williams. And behind me in the green shirt and the navy blue shirt are Christian Saldana and Maria Rios, who were our interns from UTRGV. They got course credit for contributing 100 hours of service to the city of Pharr. And they were incredible. They really took initiative on this day as well, and they did not get overwhelmed, which was very impressive to me because if I was in their position, I would be like, this is not what you promised. So that was the first planting day, and we did 2 more before the end of the year. Second one was at Dr. William Long City School Park. There is a small section where if you go, you might still see a pile of compost sitting there. But this was sort of an expansion of the native plant garden that was already put in place at Dr. William Long Elementary. So a big goal of this habitat restoration project isn't to just put the pretty plants in the ground and watch the butterflies fly around, but to also create connectivity amongst the habitat, which is super important for migratory species, including the endangered monarch butterfly and the hundreds of birds that we see every year here in the valley. So this small piece of habitat restoration can create space for a lot of these animals to continue their flight down to South America. In addition to working with the NWF, we also had a community partner from Driscoll Health Plan. His name was Alfred Molina. And he, through working with him, they were able to sponsor snacks and water for these planting days, which if you've ever volunteered, super duper important to keep your volunteers happy. So the kids were very grateful for the granola bars. He's pictured down there in the black shirt and white sleeves, planting with the kids. He was there all morning, and that was a really chilly day. You can see these kids in their puffers and everything. So this was 50 fourth grader, or so, excuse me, 40 fifth graders. And they had a much stronger grasp of what they were doing, why they were doing it, and we got to kind of incorporate some of the TEKS elements into their little talk at the beginning of the planting day. So I also asked our media team to put together a video. We had a little bit of difficulty playing it last night, so hopefully we can get it to play. But if we can maybe get the video played, it's just a little minute and a half recap of what we did on that day with the fifth graders. Hopefully it goes. Yeah, we were having, I don't know what it is. Maybe I didn't embed it right or something, but hopefully we can get it to play. While we're waiting on that, I can also talk a little bit more about what our interns did. They assisted not just with these planting days, but they really complemented my position as the urban ecologist. They helped with things out at the nature park that allowed me to do more office work, like make phone calls to some community partners for this project and others, such as helping clean bird feeders, wipe out the hummingbird feeders and stuff like that, which is super important. And then they also attended meetings with me when we were picking up plants for this restoration project. I worked with 3 local nurseries, and in total, we've seen about 5,200 plants in behind our old Parks and Rec building. This project is ongoing and I will continue through the month of March and maybe early spring before it gets too hot to keep planting. So in addition to that project, a couple
That
of
one's
other
behind
things.
where?
I'm sorry,
That one's where?
which one? The other planting? There's going to be 5 locations in total. So the ones that I showed you were
Yeah, at the Vanguard and
yeah,
Dr.
and
Long.
Dr.
but-
William Long. There's going to be another one at Allen and William City School Park.
Okay,
The Development and Research Center, we also worked with health professionals from DHR in early December as well, and we're going to continue that actually at the end of January. And then the last one is our yet to be named nature site. We're removing the invasive grass there, which we don't want, and we're putting those native plants in there. So still a lot more work ahead. And part of this project is also monitoring the progress of these sites. So I'll keep you guys updated as we go. Something else that I wanted to mention is that just this month we received a pretty big donation of close to 300 trees. Sean and Anthony helped me go pick them up. They were all the way in Fresno near Houston. This was through a project called 1 Million Trees Across Texas. This is thousands of dollars worth of trees that are going to be put in parks that need these shade trees like Mexican sycamores and lots of a variety of pine trees. So super duper important, and definitely on the list is Allen and William City School Park. It's very sunny over there, as well as some areas of Witten Park. And if you guys can think of any, hold me accountable and let me know, because we have hundreds of trees that we can plant for shade. So we got the video up. We'll go ahead and watch that. And I have one more thing and then we're done.
Everything that you are seeing behind us here was planted by students about 6 years ago, just similar to what happened today.
We invited 5th graders from PSGA ISD to help us with a habitat restoration project. All of the plants were actually funded through a grant that was given to us by the National Wildlife Federation. Now, this project has been ongoing for a few months, and we have poured a lot of hours of work into getting this executed.
Just seeing the kids' excitement, and after they planted one plant, they're hopping back over and ready to plant another. It's kind of like a mini reforestation project.
We are very grateful to the city of Pharr and Driscoll and Mr. Williams that they were able to have this event for our students, which provides them a learning opportunity, hands-on, bringing them outdoors, having them explore, having them engage, having them be part of this.
So it's a big undertaking, and this isn't the only site that we're doing. This will be a months-long process that hopefully will bear fruit for the years to come.
Awesome. So I'm glad you guys got to see that. That was some of the moving footage. I know photos can only show you guys so much, but I digress. So the last item on my list for today was something that I did mention way back in August. It's a project out of UT Austin, and it's a very big research project that's going to happen here in Pharr. And I'm going to read a small write-up for you guys, because if I don't, I'm going to talk too much about it and not say the right things. So the organization Texas Children in Nature Network is in partnership with a multidisciplinary research team from UT Austin, and they're looking to build a coalition that brings together community leaders, young residents of Pharr, parents, health professionals, and institutional partners such as schools and governments. These folks should have an interest in local environmental concerns and in supporting youth to have a stronger presence in issues related to the health and environment in the city. So we're seeking 2 members to join a coalition. It's not a huge commitment. It's going to be 4 meetings throughout the spring semester, once a month, in order to pursue this research project. And some more details on that are as follows. The Frontline Community Partnerships for Climate Justice project aims to understand the consequences of extreme environmental hazards, such as challenges and opportunities behind environmental justice efforts from the perspectives of adolescents and young adults. So the emphasis is on children under the age of 18 for this research project. Environmental hazards include, but are not limited to, extreme temperatures, absence of safe water, presence of toxins and carbon emissions, among others. So this project is going to be, again, done here in the city of Pharr on 2 locations. One is the Unnamed Nature Park, and one is Jones Box Park. We're going to be reaching out to the community in areas, in neighborhoods surrounding those 2 parks, and we're going to be asking the kids to essentially take photos of what they see when they step outside. They're going to be analyzed and interviewed for data about what they're seeing, and then they're going to exhibit their photos, and it's going to be a really cool process. Anyone interested in joining this coalition will receive a stipend. I don't know how much it is, but there is an email. If any of you are interested or know someone who would be interested to add to this coalition, I have the write-up here, and I can give it to you guys at the end of the meeting. It's a really cool project, and we're still looking for folks who maybe are church group leaders. We have a couple folks who work for the city of Pharr that are already on this coalition, so not too many more of us here. But if someone comes to mind, please let me know and email the person on here. Okay. Other than that, I think I went over at the time I thought I would in my head, but here we are. So thank you guys so much for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good evening.
Hello, I'm Sarah Guerra, the Recreation Supervisor. Let's see, right there. So since we haven't had a meeting, I want to go ahead and I included my fall programs on there. We did finish it off with a show off, which is like a little recital on December the 1st. And that finished off the fall season for our recreation programs. We are starting to register again. We planning to start the classes February the 20th, and we'll have cheer, ballet, dance, taekwondo, and archery will come later on when the daylight savings, because they normally do their stuff outside for archery. So other than that, they will start February the 20th for our spring programs. We also just started up again our Zumba for it's Monday through Thursday. It's $20 a month. It's from 6 to 7, and it's at the Pepe Salinas there at our building. It's any age. There's no age limit on there as well. And pickleball, we did add 2 more days. So now we have it all week from Monday through Sunday. It was in high demand. They do have it in the evenings at the DRC off of Dicker in South Pharr. And it's $1 to play. It's $1 donation. So that's pretty much for recreation. Y'all have any questions?
How are our numbers in the fall?
In the
Overall?
fall, we had about 150 participants within all.
That's
It ranges, normally about 100, 150 each season.
As pickleball has picked up in the later months, all over the nation,
Right.
all over, especially in the East Coast.
Mhm.
Are there any teams, tournaments here in the Valley? I know in Houston is
For
huge.
pickleball, yes, we are planning to have a pickleball tournament in March.
Oh.
They are having the golden ones in McAllen, and then we normally throw one right after them. I just spoke to the gentleman this morning, and we are planning March the 9th through the 12th. It's a 4-day pickleball tournament.
I imagine your numbers in there have increased
Yes,
drastically.
yeah, they are increasing. There was a demand for adding 2 more days to our.
And you have different divisions or
Normally
you-
during the week, it's open play, so they pretty
Mhm,
much,
anybody.
they schedule a time with a playtime scheduler, and there it pretty much tells you what level you play, and then they kind of schedule you on against each other. So
Thank you.
there is a beginner's class on Fridays from 6 to 8. So if anybody's interested on going to learn how to play. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Jennifer Martinez, athletic supervisor. In the fall, we started with volleyball season. It ran from October through November. We had a total of 34 teams. And then right now we have winter baseball going on. Well, actually already finished. The end of the season tournament will be this Saturday, the 21st. We had a total of 21 teams there. Girls basketball is currently going on right now. The last day is next week. We have a total of 22 teams in girls basketball. And then we are currently registering right now for pony baseball and pony softball to start in March. That's pretty much it. Any questions? No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Abel Molina. I'm the after-school program supervisor. Just to give you a quick recap over the fall, we had a little bit over 400 kids registered for our fall semester, and that's among the 12 schools that we oversee. That was 150 more kids registered over the previous semester, so our numbers are climbing, thankfully. And of course, the registration is open for the spring semester, and we are at $60 per semester. So. And then again, it's kind of repetitive, but for the spring semester, we are over 400 kids already. We're kind of estimating that we're going to get closer to the 500 mark by the end of the semester. So that's really, really good, opposed to the previous years that we've had. And like I said, registration is currently open, but we are limited, due to the space that the school actually lends us, because some schools do get up to 100 kids, and it gets kind of crammed, what we can accommodate for them. So that's pretty much the update on the after-school program. Any questions on it?
Have y'all had any issues as far as I guess dealing with parents?
Not that I'm aware of. If it's anything, it's just little questions about, I guess some parents, they don't physically see the kids there in the classroom anymore, so they don't get the chance to actually go to the classroom and see the kids actually doing stuff. They actually have to wait at the front of the school. So I know that was a little bit of a complaint that parents had, was that they couldn't physically go and pick up their kid from the classroom. But I
That's
told them
because of safety, though.
it's because of safety,
No,
and I
that's good.
explained that to all of them, and they understood, why that was like that. But that's pretty much like the biggest thing that we've dealt with was this year, was the parents didn't have that leniency that they had in the previous
Mhm.
years to go into the school from before.
Oh, that's good.
So, any other questions? These are just some of the crafts that the kids did during the after-school program. We provided the t-shirts and all the equipment that the kids needed to do. Kelly Pharr, for example, the staff there got together with all the kids, and they had them paint their own shirts that they could actually wear during the school, with permission from the principal, of course. So they made shirts like that. I was trying to get the Christmas shirts that they made, but I couldn't get the picture to load. But and just some of the examples of the crafts that we do with the kids every other month. You know, we try to theme it to what's coming up. This is just a recap of an event that we had in the fall. It's our popular movies at the park. We showed The Nightmare Before Christmas. We felt that was a pretty good theme in between October and December to show, and that was held at Dr. Long Elementary School Park. I haven't came up with any dates yet for this semester, but keep an eye out and we'll update that on our Facebook page that we have for the Parks and Recreation. Another event that we hosted was our Caffeine and Gasoline, which was a kind of like a toy drive. So we invited all the car clubs, all the car communities to head on over to downtown park. And we asked them to donate some toys. In return, we had sponsors give away raffle cards and things like that. We had like $50 raffle cards, $100 raffle cards that we gave out. So every toy that they would donate, they would get a bigger chance to win a raffle. So we had a pretty good turnout there. I think we had a little bit over 150 toys donated to the Parks and Recreation. And then from there, we get together with the Pharr Police Department and they kind of disperse the toys on their end. So that's what we had in December. Any questions?
Yes, in your movies at the park, what kind of numbers do they show up? You know, have what kind of
Depending on the
say?
location, we get anywhere from about 50 to 60 families show up, and we serve them free popcorn and things like that. So I guess being free is what's very, very enticing to them. I mean, it's a pretty cool event. I mean, the screen that we have is like a 50-foot screen, so it's pretty. You can see it from the street when you're driving down the road. You know, so that's about the average that we get. So
that's pretty nice.
Any other questions regarding that? No. All righty. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Sean Martin, athletic supervisor. All I've had this fall is we had the flag football season, had about 37 teams, total of maybe about 400 kids that participated. Out of those 37 teams, I had maybe, I think, only 2 with staff coaches. Everybody else was volunteered, which is great. Right now, we're currently registering for boys basketball, which is kinder, co-ed, all the way up to 6th grade. And we're looking to start that hopefully mid-February. I want to say we're still taking registration. Registration ends for that this Friday.
Are those teams co-ed by design, or they're because you're lacking numbers, or?
No, just we've always done that because we've never had the girls basketball division. We've never had enough girls sign up to make teams.
To make teams.
And there are those little girls that still want to play basketball, so we allow them to play with the 5 and 6-year-olds.
Good.
The facilities for the flag football, those were at Whitten Park, right?
At Whitten and at Moore, yes, sir.
And at Moore, okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're still trying to get a good sized facility for us to make some fields.
Have you had any issues with in the co-ed teams with the parents of the little girls mainly?
Oh no,
complaining about a little too rough.
No, from what I've seen, some of the girls that
The
play
girls
there,
are
they're
even
more,
rougher
they're
than
more
the kids.
aggressive than the boys are.
Yes,
They're
I've
out
seen
there.
that.
They're out there to prove a point.
Yes, I've seen that. That's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Roelino Hosta, athletic supervisor. For the fall, I'm going to start off with our youth tackle football league. It was 9 teams it's between PSJ and McAllen. So we had our Pharr schools, McAllen schools, San Juan middle schools, and Alamo. This year we only did middle school. We no longer offer 4th and 5th grade. It was a heartbreak to get rid of it, just to cut the program. But ultimately, I think it was the best decision we've ever made. I think the coaching was more focused on the fundamentals of football for the 6th graders going into 7th grade, which was ultimately the goal, to better prepare them for their UIL seasons. The champions were McAllen Morris. They're back-to-back. It's tough, as you know. McAllen always brings. I don't want to say more talented kids, but kids with a little bit more privilege, a bit more better coaching. They can afford stuff like that. But our teams this year, specifically our Liberty team, put up one hell of a fight. We start this Friday. We actually have our first youth all-star game, so we do have the all-star program back. I just got the jerseys. They are custom jerseys. It is made up between 15 Pharr kids and 15 McAllen kids. So there was plenty of talent in Pharr to be made up, have the team. We will play San Juan, Edinburgh, and Rio Grande City. This Friday we host Rio Grande City. We do have an opening ceremony. We're hoping that our city mayor and a couple of, I think, Sergio and Isaac, we invited all of them, our assistant directors, and Miss Castro as well, see if they wanted to go out there to represent, and hopefully we'll come up with the 3 wins and the trophy, the traveling trophy. So last year we had 4th and 5th grade and 6th grade, and we had about 140 participants. This year we focused mainly on 6th grade, and we had 160 participants. That's just on one division, and last year was 2. So that's it for the tackle football program. We also started our first ever boys high school soccer league. 10 teams, $200 each, which was, I think, was fairly was a fair price for these teams. They're used to paying about $1,000 to $1,200 in other outside leagues, so it was a steal. All the refs were TASO certified. It is the refs that officiate their UIL games, so the coaches were 100% happy with that. I'm sorry, it was a $500 fee. And the school that actually won this league was PSG Memorial. They beat Nikki Roll in the finals. I think it was like 4-1. It was extremely cold. It was 30 degrees. It was raining. And I was out there on Saturday morning passing out trophies and jerseys. But it was a great inaugural season for the high school. And we're already talking about maybe making a summer one for the girls and the boys as well. This was just the boys. We have the boys soccer league who just started. We have 33 total teams, kinder through 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's going great. We do use the Sportsplex. Part of the reason why we didn't play flag at the Sportsplex, or what used to be known as Golazo, was because we had our boys high school soccer league, by the way. So it took up most of the days. We do play 4th and 5th grade over there. We do play kinder and 1st and 2nd and 3rd at Whitten Park. We didn't ask Jen for permission. We just said, hey, we're just going to do it. So 6th grade plays, we play every Friday and Saturday. We have Vanguard, Pharr, San Juan, and Alamo. We interlocked as well for 6th grade, and more than likely for the girls as well. And the tournaments begin on February 1st. And we're currently registering for the upcoming girls soccer league. Again, it's kinder all the way to 6th grade. It's $30, and we stop registering this Friday. And the season should begin the 1st week of February. So that gives us enough time to order the jerseys and make sure that everyone has volunteer coaches. So. Any questions?
The opening ceremony for the first item that you talked about, when is that?
This Friday at 5:30.
Friday. Where?
Edinburgh. That's Bobcat Stadium.
Coach, I'm pretty sure we have a waiver for both soccer and football.
Mhm.
But how do you handle injury on site? Is there somebody?
Yes, so
Sergio?
we have since 2017 we CPR and first aid certified all our staff.
Okay.
So we are the first ones to respond to injuries. There is a protocol. If it's something that's super severe, we call EMS to handle the situation. But if it's something that we can handle, we also have our staff go through the USA Football concussion protocol, in particular the onsite. So we're very strict with concussions. So if any kind of sign of a concussion, we won't let them go back into the game until they get medically cleared, no matter how severe it is. So it could have just been something small or something really severe. To us, it don't matter. It's a head injury and needs to be treated with respect. Just because we also have second hit syndrome, which could hurt the player more than the first one. Once we determine that it is, for instance, a broken collarbone or broken arm, EMS gets called and then they'll handle it. We do have waivers for tackle football, for all our sports, that kind of protect us from it. It's kind of like playing at your own risk. But for the most part, just everybody's insured and nobody has really given us any issues. We had about 2 broken collarbones and a broken arm in tackle football. This is the first season we've had injuries, and none of them happened when Pharr hosted games, and none of them happened to our Pharr teams. So I say we did a pretty good job because they happened when the other people were hosting. So that's one of the big issues that PSJ gives us. Like they want us to host all the games, but it takes a lot of staff and a lot of resources to do that. So we kind of share it, and we kind of hope San Juan and Alamo will kind of pick up the slack on their end. But we're just very lucky that we're able to treat our kids the way we're supposed to.
Thanks, sir.
Any other questions, guys?
Good job.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Adam Diaz, the aquatic supervisor. There you go. We have been busy in aquatics. We are fixing up the facility for the summertime. So we are, fixing broken pipes, painting certain items and all that good stuff. So we are busy. But the only thing we got going on right now is lap swimming at the Pharr Aquatic Center. For the month, we've been averaging about 350 lap swimmers. In the Pharr Aquatic Center, we also started, the Vanguard started the swim team. So they started swimming at 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's been really good. Started small, but I think that's the way you start. You start small, and then it's gonna increase and get better. And so we're really excited about that, and we're happy that that's happening. My goal is always to have the pools being used 24/7, and so I'm excited about it. We're excited about it, and we're hoping that it continues to grow. In the natatorium, we've been averaging about 420 people coming into our facilities. The natatorium is the natatorium. It's a beautiful facility, and because it's beautiful, we also got the next thing. We got the WAC swimming and diving competition that's coming in February. It's been a lot of planning and a lot of going through several meetings, and we're really excited. We're hoping everything goes well, and I mean, hopefully it's something that we can do, an annual thing. They do say that our facility is the best. It's got the swimming and the diving. In years past, they would go to one pool, and they would have to go to another pool for the diving. So with us, it's all in one, and so we're excited, and it's coming soon. What else? That's pretty much it in our end. I know upcoming stuff that we got. Talk about the next time. Next one? Okay, we got some other stuff coming up, and I'll talk about it in the
And
next slide.
congratulations having the WAC. I mean, I know I was in a committee at one time trying to get the cross country team, the regional cross country team from UIL high school down in the valley. Never happened. It's practically impossible. I cannot imagine what your director and assistant director have to go through, and all of you to actually get an NCAA Division I, event like the WAC over here. That was, I mean, congratulations. That was a great accomplishment.
Yes.
But I've been at the site, man, it's beautiful. It's
It
just
is.
awesome.
It is.
It's
And I think
it's
again, like
great.
I think
Yeah.
with the more programs that we have, the better usage that we can use. It's a huge facility, and it's not, in my eyes, I think we should be able to use it, a lot more programming and things like that. So those are to come. We are trying to get swim lessons and all that good stuff in there and all that stuff. But
Do we have any advertising for the WAC for the digital
Yes.
comp?
I've
I
seen
think that,
some of it.
yeah, right. I seen the one there, but reach out to the high schools and stuff like that, because I mean that's quite an event,
Yeah.
This
No,
is like-
the PSJ swim team is really excited because
Yeah, I
this
can
is
imagine.
something that's
and
gonna
McAllen,
come.
Sherryland, even down to Harlingen that has a pretty decent swimming program. You know, I'm sure that some of those kids will be, you know,
Yes, sir.
excited to come and see.
Yeah.
And then when they see the facilities that you have, it's like, wow. You know,
Yes.
it's just, congratulations.
Thank you. Any other questions? We're looking for lifeguards too, if y'all have kids 15 and above. Thank you.
For lifeguards.
On the programs. Okay, next item is a status report, city with upcoming events. Is that you?
Isaac?
I thought it was Isaac.
Isaac, go on.
Was there a slide? Okay, I guess there's no slide. So upcoming events, we do have our Pharr try. What's it called?
Isaac Escobedo, assistant director. Yeah, the names, the title's a little bit of a tongue twister because it's essentially a Spartan run, but since we're not affiliated with Spartan, the organization, we can't use that term, right? So the term is Pharr Tri Warrior Race.
Warrior race. There you go. That's what it is. Because I was gonna say triathlon, but Spartan race, but it's not. So it's a warrior race. It's gonna consist of a 100-meter swim, and we're gonna have a 2-mile run. Back up. So it's gonna be a 100-meter swim. They're gonna get out. They're gonna do the bike, which is 6 miles. Then they're gonna go back to the natatorium, drop off their bikes. They're gonna run for 2 miles. After the 2 miles, we have an obstacle course. So it's going to be 15 of them. We have 15 obstacles. It's going to be right behind the natatorium. The obstacles, it's going to be fun. We've been working on them for months. This is going to be March 4th. March 4th. So it is going to be publicized, and it's going to be awesome. I'm more excited about the obstacle courses.
Yeah.
We've planned these things, and it's gonna be neat. It's gonna be neat, and we're excited about it. And again, it's bringing something to the natatorium. So it's gonna be there in the natatorium, and you know we're
What's
excited.
Triathlon meets,
Yeah.
break meets, everything.
Yes. So it's like it's a mixture of everything. Yeah.
What is the fee to sign up for this?
Have we come up with a fee yet?
Last year we did it for $35, and we're gonna keep it affordable for everyone, so it'll be 35. It'll remain the same.
Yeah, and I think all the city directors are supposed to do it. So we are doing swim lessons for the directors.
EMS is there on site.
Yeah. So
Except for
they
our
are
director.
participating in it, and
Oxygen and cast.
yes.
Right off the bat.
And so my suggestion to them was, hey, swim lessons, y'all come. I don't want nobody drowning, so let's go swim lessons. So yeah, we're excited. So if y'all are interested, sign up, and if y'all need to learn how to swim, come in. We do it every Thursday. We have classes for the ladies from 6 to 7, and then the gentlemen do it from 7 to 8. So, and we're gonna be at the natatorium. So if y'all are interested in participating, coming in and swim.
Just swimming lessons in general.
Well, this one's just for this is just for the triathlon.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
this is just for the triathlon. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
this is
okay.
just for the triathlon. But eventually we will start doing swim lessons for the
So
public.
it will be open to the public, like anyone can go to the natatorium.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, yes. It's so we'll have lap swimming, and then we do our little thing for the directors. So it's big enough to do a lot more. So.
How many did you have last year for the warrior race?
Last year, yeah, we had about 92 total registered.
So what's the max capacity, or what? How many you want to get to?
As many as we can take. I mean, there's no cap to it.
Okay.
No cap.
Are you guys
But-
gonna do kind of like sending them off in groups? Or you gonna do just one big shotgun start, or?
So because of how the timing system works, they're each gonna take off one at a time into the pool and start it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, but we do have a little thing where we're gonna have like the experienced guys on one, because it's a big pool, right? So we're gonna try to do the experienced ones going one side, less experienced on the other side, and they're gonna start one by one, but it's going to be like a little rotation thing. And so, yeah, we got it all planned, and it should be good. Should be good. We learned from last year. You know, that's one of the things, you know, we made several mistakes last year, and I tell my guys all the time, you make mistakes, you learn from them. And so I think this one should be a lot better than last year's.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Thank you.
Next item is, well, are you, Mr. Isaac?
One last announcement. We do have our St. Patrick's Day. We don't have a graphic created yet, so that's why it's not up. But our 17th annual St. Patrick's Day 5K will be on Saturday, March the 18th. So we're prepping for that. It's coming up quick. And then we have the triathlon preparation for us. So we have some, and then the WAC conference. We have a lot coming up. I do want to commend staff, though. I mean, I know Adam took the lead on the triathlon with the help of the other staff, and then everyone else contributes to the 5K and the WAC. I mean, they're doing a great job. We wouldn't be anything without the staff back here.
Awesome. Great job.
Awesome. I don't know if y'all have any questions with anything else for us
Is
before
there
we.
anything that maybe they all need from us, you all need from us, or anything we can help with besides what you've already mentioned?
Definitely. Yeah, I know we came up with, it's pretty much finalized the sponsorship, the official letterhead that we could seek sponsorship. So that's one thing we're going to be pushing hard for the next 2 months
which
for
event or
the 5K on the 18th. So for the next 2 months, we're going to be pushing hard for sponsorship. So if you all know of anyone, or Elva can email you all the email in the packet, and they can check off which sponsorship level they want to obtain.
Will you guys have provide flyers or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Then each category of the sponsorship provides, something different. So if you're the gold member, you'll be advertised on all the banners and stuff like that, T-shirts. So. Good. Thank you.
And our last item, letter D, comments from board members. Anything, board members?
Just to commend the staff and the direction, it's
Absolutely.
they're busy, and it reflects your hard work and your commitment. Congratulations. I mean, it's awesome.
Oh, definitely. I like that it's covering everybody.
Yeah.
From the little ones to
Yeah.
the old ones. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what the Parks and Rec department should be. It's all levels. Everybody should be participating or have the option. Yeah, and
community.
involving the community. So that's great job that y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Item number 3, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Motion closed.
Got a second? Isaac? All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.